Hello. So, hello, welcome guys. How are you all? I hope everyone is fine. I need to check first my audio, the audio quality is okay or not. Just you can just write me down so that I can know that my audio quality is okay. After that, I will start actually. I think it's okay. Your voice is too low. Okay. Oh man, what can I do? I need to maybe speak more, louder. Then it will be understandable. Is it okay now? Can you please tell me, is it okay now? I'm just talking louder. So is it okay or not? Or can you please check your volume because uh, I was checking through my phone. It was okay from there. But so can you please check your volume because I checked it by my phone. I hope it's okay. Spanish. Okay. Thank you. So I'll just go to the market, but before going over there, I would like to talk something, and that is, please, nobody will take entry. Nobody will use the uh, real money. You can do paper trade. You can do whatever you want, but this is only for learning. There is no intention to giving you any kind of signal or something like that. So if you are here you are here just for learning, nothing else. I'm not a financial advisor, so I won't be, I can't give you any kind of signal, and I really don't want that. I would like to read the price with you guys because I did it to the Twitter, but so many questions, so I need to give you the reply, and that is very, distracting. That's why I tried. I was thinking that I will go live so that you guys can ask me the question and I can answer you by talking. Okay, it is much more easier for me. So let's go from the daily. The dollar index. Mm. Oh man, my net. And one more thing, I'm in Bangladesh, so I have a very, I know, like internet problem. So please forgive me for that. You know, I'm from a very developing country, so you have to just think it positively. Don't blame me for that, please. Yeah, right, right. Class ICT, I mean class at the rate of city. Just read only, no signal, nothing. So far, I was just tweeting from the morning. This is the daily chart from dollar index, and we are here at 9:04 New York local time. Lastly, I told you to mark the mint threshold of this order block. Some of you will ask me what is MTAs. The MTAs is actually the mint threshold of the order block. We called it MTAs. So this is the MTAs of the order block. This is the 50% of this order block. I told you that if we can break this order block mint threshold, then our target, I mean, we will go higher. Okay, that is the thing, and we can see it has actually broken the mint threshold. So I was expecting that, if you have seen my tweet, that I was expecting it will go higher. And from yesterday's analysis, you also know that we will go higher. So right now, until now, our expectation match. So we will think how actually price will work when it will be inside the session. But guys, we are not going to take any kind of entry. We are just reading the price. We have a very big news today. I mean, the PMI at 10, and sorry, and at 11 we have I mean the news. Let me just check the news. I think we have uh, Fed Chairman Powell talk speak something like that. Fed, yeah, okay. What happened? And so we have Fed Chair Powell speaks at 11. So both of them are very crucial news. So we won't take any kind of entry today's morning session. We'll just read the price. How did it work? So right now price is over here for dollar index. I'll go to 4 hour. If you come over here, I I don't go to the 4 hour, but today I am here because I would like to show you why this mean threshold is important. When you will stay with me little longer, then you will know that you really don't need to go to the 4 hour chart. You can easily understand what happens in 4 hour chart when you will see the daily chart. Okay, you will understand that. So there is the mean threshold from the daily chart, and in 4 hour chart you can see there is a very nice fair value gap. I told you that if price can break this mean threshold area, I mean price can break this, then our target will be upper level, I mean this gap. So right now it has actually break this fair value gap as well, and we are just before the 9:30 opening. Right now we are just expecting, we are just watching price what it is doing. Now let's go to the 1 hour chart. If you are here in 1 hour chart, this is the order block level. I'll just delete it. And this gap is from 4 hour chart. I will keep that on. If you see closely, we have a nice little gap over here from hourly chart. This is the hourly fair value gap. What did I told you? After watching whole price action over here, at last we have decided there is two level. One level is here, another level is here. This is the new week opening gap, and there was the mean threshold, also the 4 hour, I mean the fair value gap. So if we can break this level, our target will be up. Where you can see there is our buy side liquidity, and also the relatively equal high, that is also our I mean the buy side liquidity. So our target is there. When dollar will go toward that, all the other markets will go lower. Let's come to the NASDAQ first. Uh, Better I go to the mini S&P first. If you see the mini S&P, what it has done, yesterday I told you that there was another gap. I mean, let me just mark that gap. I was expecting that price will trade this gap, and this one will be, open. Why I really talked about that. Why I wanted this gap to be opened. If this gap would open over here, then our price run will be, much more clean price. We got much more clean price. Maybe it will consolidate over here or whatever it will do. But if it would keep open over here, we can easily expect that price will go to this level, the last sell side liquidity. Okay, that's why we always expect some place above the price should keep open. I mean, it shouldn't trade the whole gap over here, the hourly fair value gap. But it is what it is because that was the the Sunday opening, and nobody can expect where it will open. That's why it's very risky. Sorry, that's why it's really very risky. So right now we can see that we have actually went to this fair value gap and then break through this fair, the opening gap, new week opening gap. You have to mark the three level: opening gap high, consequent encroachment, and also the lower gap. And this line, this is the monthly fair value gap low. If I just go to first from the monthly chart, okay, okay. So this gap, okay, this is the monthly fair value gap, and this is the lower level of the monthly fair value gap. So I'm talking about this low. This is the monthly fair value gap low. Classity, what about the H4CB? H4CB. I'll go over there, brother. I think it's not important right now because we have already, I mean, we go through the fair value gap from 4 hour chart. The BC was it BC? No, CB. Yeah, it was CB. We are actually trading over here. Now, if price can come back, it will come back to this gap. It can come back. It can come back over here, but my expectation is it will go to this buy side liquidity. It won't come back over here before clearing the buy side liquidity. This is my expectation. But today we have very big news, so nothing is certain before it happens. We have to wait what price do when news released. So we will wait. Okay, so now we are in the mini S&P. We can see that price actually took this sell side liquidity already. It has take it's cleared already the sell side liquidity from here. So next sell side liquidity is here. This is the next target. This is for mini S&P. Okay, guys, I'm just showing you uh, a quick, you can say, what can I say, just a quick direction. Okay, so my intention is price will clear all of the sell side liquidity, and then this is the order block from the monthly chart, so it will come to this order block level. This is my expectation, it will come over there. And you see this gap, the CB, sell side inefficiency, the sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. If it keeps open right like that way, I will be very much confident that it will go too low. I mean, so far from this sell side as well. But if it traded over there, if it trades, if it start to go higher, then it will trade this area from the consequent encroachment to the opening gap low. It has to stop between this level. It can't go above the consequent encroachment. If it start to go above the consequent encroachment, then we need more information, or you can just assume that it will actually trade higher. But I really don't want to see that. If you were with me yesterday, with me, the top down analysis video, then you know why I am expecting lower prices. So my expectation is I will see this portion will keep open. Okay, it won't fill, it will stay like that way. Later when we'll trade here, then price will go over there. The opening gap, new week opening gap, we will trade there later. Right now I want to see all of this sell side will be clean using the news or something like that. What else it can happen? It can happen like that way when the news will release, the PMI at 10 a.m. A quick run will be over there, then very quick run to the lower side. I will see a wick over here, and the body will close below the sell side liquidity. It can happen, but We won't predict the news. We just go after news price action, not before news price action, I mean. Until now, price actually traded this fair value gap very nicely, and it has cleared this sell side liquidity. That means this fair value gap's intention has fulfilled. When price trade a fair value gap which has made by the setup of 22 YT model, if you see, it has cleared this buy side liquidity, then gave you the very nice market structure shift, has made a very nice fair value gap, price went over there, then come lower and take this sell side liquidity. So this fair value gaps, I mean the whole setup's intention has fulfilled. Now what else can happen? We want something to happen before, I mean after the news, and that is we want to clear all of the sell side liquidity. That's all from one, I mean the hourly chart. If you look at the 15-minute chart, you can see there is a very nice 15-minute fair value gap. This is the 15-minute fair value gap. So price can go over there before news. It can go over there. This is the most probable thing. I mean, if it happens, then I'll be happy that my price action, I mean my expectation will be fulfilled. If price can go over there, let me just mark it. It will go over there, then it will clear the sell side liquidity, this one also, that one. If it happens, then I'll be happy, because this one will be my, I mean, institutional order flow entry drill. If someone has missed the entry from here, he can take the entry from there. And this is also the lower portion of the daily fair value gap. So if it happens, then I'll be happy, but if it go over there, it will be, it's something else I don't want to see. That's all. I would like to go to I mean NASDAQ first, because that is my intention. So yesterday I told you that if price go to this fair value gap, I will accept that, but it can't break this, I mean I fair value gap high. It can go above that high. If it goes above that high, then I will think something else. I mean, I will see how price trade over here. I will look for buy. But until it is below the consequent encroachment of the daily fair value gap, I will look for sell. You see the consequent encroachment of the daily fair value gap. This is a very nice place where price can easily go and trade. So that consequent encroachment is my target. Before trading over here, I don't want to see that market will go over there. If it keeps open, what I told you in mini S&P, if it keeps open, that will, I mean it will increase my confidence that market will go lower. Later it will trade the consequent encroachment of monthly fair value gap, maybe the lower part of the monthly fair value gap, but it's a long term. Okay, right now I would like to see lower prices from daily chart. Let's go to the hourly chart. All of you know this is the equal low, and I was expecting that market will clear this sell side today, sell side liquidity. If it can clear this sell side liquidity, then my target will be this sell side liquidity. Let me just mark it. This sell side liquidity, and then later over there. As we have the news today, we won't take any decision before it happens. All are we doing here is we are outlining the price. Why do we need that? Why we have to read the price? Now we can see price actually went above to the order block level, then it breaks down, went through this opening gap, and that was a very energetic run. You see, very energetic run. It has came to the lower part of the opening gap. The next candle tried to break the opening gap, but it failed. And the very next candle, it tried to go above, but it failed to go above, and from the lower part of the opening gap, it started to break down. So this indicate that market actually would like to go lower. This is my expectation, guys. I'm not telling you that it will happen, because at the news time anything can happen. We can easily go through the, I mean the opening gap to the consequent encroachment, and then it started to break lower. It can happen. I'm not telling it will happen, but my expectation is market will stay below this opening gap, and also it won't clear the sell side liquidity before 9:30. If it don't clear the liquidity before 9:30, at 9:30 opening, we will see a very good run to clear this sell side, at least this sell side. That will be our expectation. Guys, can you understand my speaking? Because I need to check it again. If anything is wrong, just let me know. Uh, that will be very grateful for me. I mean, helpful for me. So I'll be at 15-minute chart. Here is the 15-minute chart. You see the run was how beautiful the run was. It just break down, make the opening gap low as a support, try to break it so many times it takes attempts, but it failed. That it went higher, and then boom, it just broke down lower part. Okay, right now price is over here. I want to see this sell side will be clean, but not before 9:30. We will wait until 9:30. If we see anything good, then I'm not talking about entry, but I have to say something, right? Otherwise, how do you connect with entry to the reading the price action? But this is not signal. This is not like inviting you to take entry. Nothing. Okay, you can't take entry. You can't do anything. If you have any intention to take entry in any way, okay, not like I never told you to take entry with your live money, and if you take the money, real money, then it's your risk. I will tell you the wrong things sometimes, so that if you take entry, you will take some loss. I have already gave you a macro strategy that works very nicely. You can just practice that strategy, and then uh, I think that will be helpful for your trading. But here you can take any kind of entry. Okay, just read the price. If you know how to read the price, later you can do this by yourself. You don't need to hold your hand by someone else. And I am telling you what I am doing every day before the session or after the session. So I will tell you when the I will see something very interesting for taking entry. I will say that because you will understand how do you know when you should take entry, when you should look for entry. Okay, that is the thing. Please, it is not inviting to take the entry. So right now you are seeing this price is actually going higher. How do you mark it? You say there is a water block. That is the water block because that is the last up close candle, and then very nice down close candle. So you have to mark the order block. You have to think about the mean threshold of this order block. So the mean threshold of this order block is the last, I mean the last fence to stop the play. I mean that to stop the price to send lower. Okay. So this is how you will read the price. Now we know after 8 minutes we have the 9:30 opening. I want this sell side shouldn't be taken before 9:30. If it's not taken before 9:30, at 9:30 I will look for entry. That entry will clear this sell side. So how much time you have been studying ICT concept? Okay, I mean Julian Pinjas. I'm sorry if I mean pronounce your name wrongly. I'm studying ICT concept near about 32 months now. So I mean 33 months today because today is the 2nd October. So it's near about 32 months. So guys, right now price is over here, and I just open a 15-minute chart over here and a 5-minute chart over here. I use the 1-minute chart to this window, and I will see what actually price do. Right now price is just going above. You can see I'll just let me mark it. You can see the relative equal high. I mean there is the buy side liquidity. This is the relative equal high. So what price can do, it can go above the buy side liquidity, it can take the buy side liquidity. Then if I I get a very nice market structure shift to the lower portion. After 9:30, I will. Okay, man, please, again, this is not an invitation to take entry, okay? What I'm expecting. Until now, I saw that price is actually trading lower. It beautifully it has traded the opening gap. Now it is trading lower the opening gap. There's very nice buy side liquidity, and it's just before 9:30 opening. What price can do is it can just go above the buy side liquidity, then give me a very nice market structure shift to the lower portion with a very nice fair value gap. So I will look for a entry to that fair value gap, and my target will be this sell side liquidity. This is my expectation. Okay. Julian, I think it's Julian. Brother, when I started to learn this concept, trust me, there was no one I could ask some question. There are so many doubts. Now I know it takes maybe 1 or 2 minutes to clear my doubts, but there was no one to ask that question to clear that doubt. That's why I took too much time to learning this concept. But trust me, it's the easiest price action or easiest learning process I have ever seen. All you need, just make some doubts, make some question, ask someone who knows this concept. I'm not talking about me. I don't know anything. I know nothing about price action. But just ask your question to someone who understands this concept very beautifully. If he give you the answer, you can just complete your learning session within 3 to 6 months. That's all. That's all, brother. Trust me. It is the easiest one. So right now we can see there is another equal high as well. This high and this high. This is also the equal high. Price is over here. This is the 15-minute order block level. Don't forget. This is the 15-minute order block level. Right now price is over here. We will see what happens. Okay. Remember, guys, there is a very nice fair value gap in 15-minute chart as well. So let me just mark that fair value gap as well. This candle low, this candle high. This is the 15-minute fair value gap. Okay. So what it can happens if this order block can stop the price before 9:30 and give me a very nice market structure shift to the lower portion, I will say this order block is strong enough to hold the price. But if this order block fails, then there is a equal high. You see this equal high, also this equal high, and this fair value gap. So market will go over there, then start to break lower. If I see something like that, then I will take a short. This sell side liquidity will be my target. This is how I read the price. I know I read the price from starting of the Sunday. I saw that price went above. It has traded this order block. It came to the consequent encroachment of the opening gap, then went higher, traded the order block again. I mean the retest order block. It break through this opening gap, and now it's just over here before clearing the sell side liquidity. At 9:30, most of the time, not always, but most of the time we see the Judah swing. I mean the fake run. Okay. So if it would like to clear this sell side liquidity, it will go higher. And how long it can go? It can go to the, I mean, the buy side liquidity. It can go up over there, can clear the buy side liquidity. Then the 15-minute fair value gap, it can trade over there. Then it will start to go lower. So there is 3 minutes left. Uh, I can just remove this order block level because right now I don't need that one as well. And also the relative equal high, it is also not important because this equal high is very clean. They're very clean. Market never keep this type of equal highs. What I don't do, I won't do if I see it went above the 15-minute fair value gap and it went into the, I mean the opening gap. Okay, then I will just stop. And one more thing I forget to tell you, that is Actually, this is my expectation for taking entry if I have no news at, I mean, near 9:30. But today we have a very big news at 10. Guys, trust me, sometimes if you gamble, maybe you will get a very big run in news time. But most of the time, you will see that the manipulation will stop you out and then it will go through maybe on your way. So don't take risk before the news. After news, you will get a very good run. But before news, don't take risk, okay? It's very important. If you take risk, sometimes you will just let me show it. Maybe you take a short over here and this is your profit target and you will see when price will go I mean the price is over here it went above there then come here, okay? Your stop loss was over here, so you should be stopped out over here, but you will see your stop loss didn't work and you took a very big loss. Why? It's because if you go to the second chart you will see sometimes when the news released there is a very big gap, so gap doesn't see your stop loss. The price is here, it will open from here. This is gap, and this gap won't, if your stop loss is over here, it won't work. So you will take a very big loss. So don't take this type of risk before news. After news, you will get a very nice, very clean setup. Maybe in the morning session, you don't get any kind of setup. What? So what? At the PM session, you will get a very good setup. Just you have to be patient. So we are at 9:30 opening. Let's see what price do. We have very nice buy side liquidity over here, and this is the sell side liquidity. Right now price is over here. Now you can say, guys, brother, I have got my market structure shift, so should I wait for uh, a fair value gap over here so that I can take entry to this sell side liquidity? I will say no, because this is the low probability entry. If I saw that market actually went above this, I mean this buy side liquidity, maybe it doesn't need to trade this fair value gap. I don't care about this fair value gap, but if it traded the buy side liquidity from here, then if I saw this run, then I would take the entry for sell side. But you can see it has actually made the equal highs. What is this, guys? The retail trader, they will just mark this as a zone, like from here to here. They had already made this as a zone. That means price, whenever price came here, they took sell. Whenever price came here, they took sell. This is the last time when they took sell. So what price will do? It will go above and hit all of their stop loss first. When it will clear above, I mean their stop loss, then it will give you the real run. Okay. So far we can see a market has actually cleared the buy side liquidity and it has traded the 50-minute fair value gap. I'll just mark it as my buy side taken. Now this 15-minute fair value gap is the I mean the what can I say? Br- I mean the fence, okay? Something like that. Price shouldn't go above this 15-minute fair value gap. If it go above the 15-minute fair value gap, then I hope market will trade above first. I want to see some kind of market structure shift lower now. This is how you will actually plan your entry, okay? Don't take any kind of risk. I mean, don't push any button. No buy, no sell, nothing. We are just reading the price. Right now, price is just uh, trading this 15-minute fair value gap, and we can see it has actually traded this fair value gap very nicely. And now I will wait for the setup, okay? If it go lower, if it has given me any kind of chance to go lower or sign that it would like to go lower, then that will be the entry for me. But if I see it has actually go above the fair value gap and go into this, I mean the opening gap, new week opening gap, then our plan will be changed. Let's see. Today's very big news, guys. So keep remember that that is also the buy side liquidity. I mean the relatively equal highs. So here is another thing, guys. You see, the dollar is actually wanting to go higher. What does it mean? If it wants to go higher, then it should come lower. You see the what can I say the even S&P. Even S&P has traded this fair value gap. Okay, let me go to the 1 minute chart. It has went above to this fair value gap. Now, if it would like to go lower, this is the time. It will go lower. And NQ, as you know, NQ is stronger when it will go above. So NQ is stronger comparing to E-mini S&P. That's why we saw this big run. This very big run. It went higher, where actually E-mini S&P was over there. Let's see. We will just see this one as well, and also the NASDAQ. So here is NASDAQ. Why it is showing like that way? I think something is wrong. I'll fix that later. Okay, just leave it. I want to see that even S&P will go lower from this fair value gap. I told you that it can trade the daily fair value gap low. I will accept that if it trade the daily fair value gap low. So far it has cleared the buy side liquidity, and still it is going higher. So if you think you have already missed the trade, this is not your trade, guys. There was no setup. If you see very clearly, there was no setup from 1 minute chart. I'm talking about 1 minute. Even if you go to the 15-minute chart, still there is no setup. So you can't just go into the market and take your setup, take your entry. It's not possible, guys. You can gamble, but it's not possible to be, you know, profitable for all the time. Now this is the consequent encroachment. That is the last place where price can go. If it breaks the consequent encroachment, then our thinking will be different. We will see how it trade to the consequent encroachment if it can reach over there. Still now it's trading this I mean the fair value gap from 5 minute, 15 minute, and also from the 1 minute chart. If you see, there is the 1 minute chart fair value gap. I mean, let me just mark it. This also from the 1 minute chart, this fair value gap. It has traded over there. Now is the time. Let's see if it can go back. I mean, it can go through this opening gap low, then our I mean, we have read the price from morning, or you can say from the opening of Sunday. Our expectation will be fulfilled then. Then we can expect some kind of entry. But today we have the news. Please don't take any kind of risk before the PMI. And after PMI, we have the Powell speak. So that is also very big news. Don't take any kind of risk, guys. This is a request to you. If you are trading for a while, I mean, you are a very good trader, then also please don't take any kind of risk. Right now we have nothing to do without just watching the price. We have already framework our trade, that price, if price would like to go above, it will just stay below this consequent encroachment. If it go above the consequent encroachment, I mean from 50-minute or 5-minute chart, then we will expect something else. Another thing, guys, this is also a build up for the news. You won't see this kind of thing in normal days. Today we have the news, so this is also the build up, and that's why I choose this today, so that you guys can understand how we have to act when we have a very big news, okay? And if you talk about the news, I love FOMC because it is very easy to read. The first run is the fake run, the second run is the real move. So whenever you will see FOMC at 2 p.m. Newark local time, you will just wait for the first run. You will see what the way, the direction of it's the first run of the FOMC news. At 2:30, you will expect the lower run. Very simple. You see, very big run, a very, very, very big run. And like, you can think, oh, I missed this run. If you see clearly, there was no setup. You can say we could take our entry to this fair value gap, but where would you put your stop loss? Just below the, the swing low? Yeah, you could do it, but how do you know that the manipulation 930 manipulation won't stop you out? So right now we are just above to this fair value, the consequent encroachment of the new week opening gap, and we are still going above. Let's see what happens. This is the next candle. Still, I can see that dollar is going above. Okay, guys, just understand this. Dollar is going above. The up. This one is also going up. This is also going up. That means it should go down, but it is going up. This is the trap, guys. If you look at dollar from 15 minute, you can see it's a very big run to the upper side. Okay, whenever you will see this kind of thing happens, then you will understand, okay, either market is making the setup for the news, or it is just manipulating the people whoever actually saw this kind of run. Let me just do one thing else. I forget to do it. You have to do this. The okay, so we have the opening gap over here. Okay, I will just mark it. You have to mark it. Just let me mark the opening gap. This is the opening gap. So this is the opening gap. Okay, this is our opening gap, and market actually go a little bit below, go through the opening gap, and now trading inside this opening gap. Don't take any kind of risk. Don't think market will go above. I can I can frame my trade over here. Just think, today we don't have any kind of news. What I do, whenever I saw this run, it went above the consequent encroachment. I marked this fair value gap, and I took my entry over here. My target will be Ammo. Liapun this. I'm sorry, guys. I was talking to my mother. So whenever I saw this kind of setup, I would like think like that way. It will come to this fair value gap, then I will take my entry over here, and my target will be the opening gap high. But today we have I mean the news, so we won't take any kind of risk. Yeah, yeah. This is also the I fair value gap. This is also the I fair value gap. You're right, guy, brother. Mm. Don't take risk, guys. You see, dollar is going higher. These all are going higher, but it shouldn't go high. It should come lower, but it's going higher. That means this is trap. People will start to think, okay, maybe market is going higher. Whoever actually watching the market right now, the if you see the regular trading hour, they will think, okay, after after starting the price, the opening the price, it went little bit lower, failed to go low, and it started to go higher. You see, it started to, so they all take entry over here. All over them took entry over here. Where is their target? You see, let me just go to the little bit higher time frame. Okay, here. They will target this high. this, all of this high is their target. This high is the most, you know, most obvious target for them. I think price will never break this high. At least before trading this opening gap. Price won't trade this high because if price can reach to that high, all of the people who took their entry over there, they will be profitable. So let me just mark that high. This is my expectation, guys. It's the opening gap high, okay? I don't want to see that this opening gap high has broken. So I'll go to the 1 minute chart as well. Don't think price will go higher, okay? Let me check over here. Now let me show you something. This is one kind of confluences. You see this high and this high, and from E-mini S&P, right until now this two high. This is your SMT, okay? Until now this is your SMT. I want to see the lower price right now. I want to see it. Let me go to the electronic trading hour. Okay. So if it start to go lower, when I will be confident that it will go to this sell side, when I will see it break this consequent encroachment. Before breaking this consequent encroachment, still I am thinking price will go higher. This consequent encroachment is very important, guys. This is from the new week opening gap, okay? So it is very important. Remember, before breaking this consequent encroachment, how long the time price will stay above over here, our expectation should be it will go higher and it will manipulate more people. It will, I mean, invite more people to take buy. But if it can break this, the consequent encroachment, and you know what I mean by break, I need a candle close below this opening gap. Whenever I will see that, I'll be confident, okay, the trap has ended and now price will start to go lower. And if you see here, I just remove this one because you already know why I marked over there. If you see these lows, they are very, market came here. It has just made so many liquidity over here right now. So many people actually took entry from here. I'll just mark it as a sell side as well. This is also the relatively equal high. So if you just read the price before the session, you have to believe your, you know, reading price. You have to believe it. When I saw this big run, I didn't take any kind of panic because I know my, expectation about the price was correct. So far from starting of Sunday till just before 9:30, my expectation was absolutely correct. So whenever I saw this kind of run, I think, okay, this is manipulation. So many people will take entry over there, over there, and their target will be this high. You know why I'm just mentioning this high? Their target will be there. So price will never go to, it shouldn't go over there. It shouldn't go. If it goes over there, then you have to go to the higher time frame, more higher time frame. Then you will find some most obvious place where is more liquidity resides. But right now we can see this is the place where is the target. The retail trader will target this high. So right now price actually gave me can I mark it SMT? Yeah, I can mark it SMT. And let me check it again. Yeah, here. So this is my SMT. Okay, now you understand why this is SMT. You see this high and this high and this high and this high. So this is my SMT. Right now price is over here. Let's see what price do. And you see this candle actually, I mean, it breaks the consequent encroachment. It has closed below this consequent encroachment. So I am confident that market will go lower now. This is my expectation, guys. I'm telling you again and again. Today we have the news, so don't take any kind of risk. If it's a normal day, then maybe I would look for a entry over here, depending on so many things. Like if I saw a very nice fair value gap, I would take my entry over there. If I didn't see any fair value gap, I just mark the, I mean, the order block level over there. That is my order block. Also, you can say this is a consecutive order block. If you'd like to mark this one as well, you can. But I really love to, uh, love to mark this one as order block. This is my order block. I mean, in this type of situation, I try to take entry if market can reach to that order block. If it doesn't reach over there, I don't take any kind of entry. Okay. But today we have news. We don't have any intention to take. I mean, we won't take any kind of risk. Okay. No pushing button. We just read the price, that we read the price before the session. So far we knew that price will go lower and clean the sell side. Until now, after opening the new, I mean, the morning session, it went over there. Why it went over there, and how we can frame our trade. If it would be a normal day, I would take my entry over there. I mean, a fair value gap or order block, whatever, I would look for a entry over there, because I'm confident that whenever I saw this candle, it has closed just below the consequent closement, I get confident that market will go lower. That is the thing, guys. Entering macro briefly. Brother, I told you that I don't want to talk about macro anymore, because I have already gave all of the rules to you to my video, and I did every day for macro. Every day, Monday to Friday, every day I went through every macro. Then I made the video as well. I put them to my YouTube channel, and now you can see how does it work. Okay, so you have to do it by yourself right now. I don't want to talk about macro anymore. I want to walk with you guys with some difficult stage. Okay, bro, I have a doubt. How will you, just a second, brother. How will you take a trade when you see both sides of the market? I mean, many times I can see both long and short setups because liquidity and fair value gap rests on both sides. Okay, brother, you like, for that you need high time frame analysis. I mean, yesterday when I did the top down analysis, I think you were there. You know why I'm expecting the lower price, and when I see this run, I won't take the buy, because my reading price action is us telling me that market will go lower. So this should be the fake run. I won't take entry over there. I will wait for sell side. Okay. When I see this type of thing, I mean the buy side and sell side as well, I wait to take buy side, and then wait for the setup happens for the sell side. Is it clear, bro? Currently DX is pushing higher, and even S&P, there is a 50-50 chance that one pair will slip lower, right? I mean, if you see the the mini S&P as well as the NASDAQ, they started to go lower, and DXY is going higher. But when 9:30 opened, DXY was going higher. Both of the pair were going higher. You remember it. DXY never depends on any kind of pair. Okay, this is its freedom. It can go anywhere. So I mean DXY, I mean the dollar index is the boss, and all other pairs, all other markets depends on DXY. I mean, not fully, but partially it depends on dollar index. Right now, I can easily see dollar index is going higher to clear the buy side liquidity. Okay. So my expectation is this all will go lower. This all market should go lower. If I see it's not going lower, instead of it's going higher, I will think, okay, it's going higher. It's because it would like to, uh, invite more people to take buy, so that So many people will take buy, their stop loss will be here somewhere. When market will take, I mean, it will reach a certain level. You can see it reached to the monthly fair value gap low. It reached over there, then started to go lower. I mean, I'm talking about mini S&P. It started to go lower. If you see this level was from 15-minute chart, this two level, this is the 15-minute fair value gap. When it break this 15-minute fair value gap, you see this candle, it has traded the 15-minute fair value gap low. That means it has actually made this fair value gap balanced. Now it started to go lower, and this is its sell side liquidity. I mean, this level is its sell side liquidity. And for NASDAQ, you can say it has actually traded this fair value gap. I mean, sorry, not that one. I mean this order block. I'm not fair value gap. This order block. It has traded this order block very beautifully, and it my expectation is it will go lower. If you see this fair value gap, I mean, just let me mark it. Yeah, I need to change the color actually. When it will go through this fair value gap, it will act as a I fair value gap. Okay. So that is my expectation that it will go lower. But I'm just telling you again and again, brother. Uh, Today is news day, so please don't take any kind of risk. If you take risk, this is your risk. I won't be, you know, responsible for that entry. I mean, for your loss. You will take loss. If you take entry, you will take loss. So I'm new here. Welcome, Moni. Moni, very, very welcome. I hope you will get something useful from here. And Stephen, with news, no macro trading according to the, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. There is no trading. If I have seen a news around the macro, there is no entry for macro rules. This is the rules. If you would like to trade depending on your macro, you have to forget everything. I mean, the higher time frame analysis, everything. You have to forget everything. You have to just follow the rules. That is the thing for macro. Okay, it's totally different. Macro is something. It's kind of, set up by itself. There is nothing else. You need nothing else. Is this price reacting from the bearish 15-minute Reaper? Just let me check it. This is the 15-minute chart, and I can see there is nothing important for me to look at. Okay. I am not sure, brother. What are you talking about? CNL. I really don't know. Simply I'll explain. Okay. Monday 1:30, 15 candle should be. If or not, Monday 1:30. Where is it? Monday 1:30. Just let me check it. Okay. Okay. This candle. I mean, you are talking about this. I think so. Maybe you are talking about this fair value gap. But brother, if I just show you the level, if you see here over here from the hourly chart, you can say this is actually a breaker. High, low, higher, high. Okay. This down close candle is the breaker. So this is the most, useful, or I can use this information that this breaker actually holding the price. Okay. And if you would like to mark this one as a I fair value gap, I mean the Reaper, I don't know what to say, because in my opinion this is not, I mean the inversion fair value gap Reaper. It's not, tr- in my opinion, but it could be. I don't know. I know nothing. I mean, I know everything. It's not true. So in my opinion, that is not the inversion fair value gap, because there are some rules for inversion fair value gap. It didn't meet over here. That's why, brother. You are never responsible for our accounts, even if you say buy or sell now. The final decision is ours. Yeah, Julian, absolutely, absolutely. That is the thing, actually. Thank you, brother, for clarification. That is the thing, brother. Thank you very much. So I'll go to the 1 minute chart. Till now, I can say actually this water block. And if you say, brother, this order block didn't work, I would like to show you this was the water block. Price was trading. If you see the mean threshold of this order block, this is the mean threshold of that order block. So you see the candle, where did it close? To the mean threshold. So this is the order block I marked, and right now price is over here. And we are just before 1 minute of the news, so we will see what happens. I will just would like to clear everything. Okay, guys. I'm sorry for that. I don't need anything else, anything from here. So I'll just clean all of them. I mean here. I don't need that all. I'll just see what when the news will release, what happens. Okay. Okay. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for YouTube algorithm. Okay, Steven, I am new, so thank you, brother, for remembering me. Please don't forget to like, comment, and if you're new, please subscribe to my channel, and that will be helpful for my YouTube algorithm. Thank you, brother, for remind me this. And this is 8. We will see where price will go. Okay. So right now price is over there. This is news. Okay, guys. This is news. On my right hand side, this is 5 minute chart. On my left hand side, this is 15 minute chart. And this is PMI. Very dangerous. So many people will blow their account today. They will try to catch this move and they will blow their account. This is so simple. Even I did it one time, uh, long before, near about like 2018, something like that. In 2018, I blow my account because I was trying to catch the move from CPI and I blow my account. I'll just see what is doing. So you see, actually, dollar has cleared the buy side liquidity and then it has traded lower. I will go to the hourly chart for more clarification. You see this gap. I mean, this is the gap from 4 hour chart, and there was the, if you have remembered, there was the, I mean, the daily order block mean threshold. So these levels are important for me. I think it will act as the I fair value gap. We'll see. Right now price is over here, so it has more sell side liquidity over here. If you see this, this is also the sell side liquidity. So many sell side liquidity, guys. One, two, three. Three relatively equal low behind us. So maybe you have missed all of these moves, but you know what is the most obvious place where price can go. But still it's news, man. Don't take any type of risk. Now where price can go above, I need to go to the hourly chart. From hourly chart, I can say this is the order block which has actually traded before, and also there is the buy side liquidity. I mean the relatively equal high, though the second high, it has actually taken this high for one ticks, maybe one or some very little, but it's still buy side liquidity. So what price can do, it can go above, take the buy side liquidity, it can do it. It can just trade to the lower part of the fair value gap. Till now we don't have any trade entry. If we can see price can go above them, I mean the buy side liquidity, and go into this fair value gap. Oh man, we have the news at 11 a.m. as well. So still now we don't have any chance to take entry. So this is for the, I mean, I will show you the entry. Okay, this is for the normal days. when I saw this SMT, and if I take my entry over there, just just think you got a fair value gap over here. You take your entry and you here you see it's 33 handle. Like if you took this entry, it was 33 handle. Man, 33 handle is not a small run, okay? This is not a small run. How did I trade this on? Whenever I saw this candle closed just below the consequent encroachment, I was expecting that price will go lower and clear this sell side liquidity. You won't take your entry over there and hold your entry until clearing this sell side liquidity. You won't do that. What you will do, you will just take a entry over there, and you will close to the lower, the most obvious place. If you go little bit further, the 5 minute chart, you can see this candle, this whole place is very important. There is I fair value gap, this gap. This is very important for me. This is my I fair value gap, guys. This I fair value gap, it has traded this I fair value gap. So you will take your entry over there somewhere, maybe to the fair value gap or any kind of order block, whatever. If you find any entry over there, your target will be here, and this is 33 handles. Or if you take only 25 handles, that's enough, guys, because 25 handle, if you multiple with $50, you will know how much. So that is huge, guys. Let me check the immunization, what is it doing actually. It is going higher as well. So it's inside the opening gap again. Okay, now my expectation is it will, you see, dollar has already cleared the buy side liquidity, but it didn't clear this buy side liquidity. This was a very big run. Now what dollar can do, it can just take a retracement. Easily it can take a retracement. Where is it retracement area? This inversion fair value gap and then this hourly fair value gap. This two level is its in, the retracement area. Or it can just retrace from here. It won't take any kind of retracement. It will start to go higher. All will depend from here, okay? And if I go to the here, where is right now price, guys? Just go to, you see this buy side liquidity. You have seen this fair value gap. Okay, this is not a entry setup, okay, guys? Don't think it is a entry setup. I'm just telling you what price can do, okay? I will go like something like that. I'm telling you again and again, this is not a entry setup. Brother, I need to check it, okay? One more question, is SMT on low of 1 minute chart on NAS and S&P? Does it hold any signature? In 9:30? Okay, let me check it. This one. So, okay, 9:29:30. So this is the same thing, brother. I can see this is the same thing. This side, and if you see this side, this side, this is the same thing. There was no SMT, brother. That one was also higher from NASDAQ, and that one also higher in S&P. So that is not same, brother. I could say long setup in S&P based on the SMT, but there was no SMT. I think high at 9:55 was my entry was. Brother, you can find setup. It's simple, but today we don't have any setup. It's because we have news. Whenever you will see news, you can't take any risk, okay? Because at the PM session, okay, let me check it again, okay? from here. Is it from 1 minute chart, brother? Uh, Zebek, Zebek Dishangs. Is it from 1 minute chart? Just let me know it is 1 minute chart or not. Okay. You see, DXY is again on its run. That means this is the thing, brother. When there is news, this is the thing. You can't trust anything. You can see it is very near to clean this buy side liquidity, but it started to go lower. Still, it's trading the opening gap high. Okay, so still it's in the opening gap high, but dollar it was showing that it would like to go lower, but it started to go higher. And this is hourly chart. Okay, this is not 1 minute chart. This is hourly chart. This is very important. Then how could you trust that market will go over there and it will clean over there? But I think it will clean this buy side liquidity. This is my expectation. But this is only because of the news. If there was no news, you can easily take this entry. As there is news, you have to wait for, I mean, market needs to calm down first. Okay. On mid chart, yes, 930 low and 953 low. 930 low and 953 low. 930 low and 953. So you are talking about this low. And I need to go to the even S&P. 930 low and 953 low. Yeah, you can use this one. Uh, you can this is the use this one. Yeah, it's applicable. It's a very nice, very nice. I mean, SMT. So you can use that one. So that is a that would be a loss if you see price has returned to the, I mean, inside the fair value gap and it's trading over here until it breaks this low. We have no setup. Okay, if it can breaks this low, we will take our setup. I mean, we'll take for entry. But before breaking this consequent encroachment, not low, before clearing this consequent encroachment, we won't take any kind of entry. I mean, we won't take any entry today, but I'm talking about how do you framework your trade. This low side, this low, this low. And brother, I need to tell you the thing. See here, you take a loss. Why you did take this loss? It was just going above, 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 and at last position you just take this. I just take this entry. Why? Because I see it's very near to this buy side liquidity. I didn't have any framework. I didn't know why price will go over there. I just saw one confluence that there is buy side liquidity. That's all. I don't have anything else. But if you look at the look for the sell side liquidity, you know why price will go lower. You know it from your previous price action. All of this price action, you know. And you know this whole run is only because of the news, nothing else. You saw there is so many sell side liquidity, one, two, three sell side liquidity. So that is the thing, bro. You can't just take your entry when you will be inside this. I mean, you just come, open your chart, and you saw there is a very nice fair value gap. There is your buy side liquidity. You take your entry. You can't do it. You have to wait for reading the market. You have to understand what price would like to do. Then you will know how to actually utilize your entry. Okay. Now my expectation is it won't go above this opening gap high. It's because dollar is just near about to clean the buy side liquidity, and if it can go above this buy side liquidity, I will see a very energetic run. If I see very energetic run, NQ will start to go lower. That's the thing. I want to go NQ below this consequent encroachment with very nice and energetic run. Okay. There is no exception. If you see this kind of Mickey Mouse move, it just go below the consequent encroachment, went above, go again. This type of move that is not breaking this consequent encroachment. I need a very sharp run. It will just go through this, like this type of run. It just go through this. Okay. So I need that kind of run. And you see this low, I mean sell side, sell side, sell side. All of them will be target if market can go below this consequent encroachment. That's enough, nothing else. And if you are talking about the macro, I already talked about too much about macro. So uh, there was the news. That's why I didn't show you any kind of macro setup. There was a setup as well, but uh, I think I shouldn't talk about that because it will distract you. I really don't want that. So let's wait. What price did? What I am expecting right now? Price can go above this opening gap high, and it will break this consequent encroachment with a very energetic turn. I'm fine, brother. Proterapath, I'm really fine. How about you? I saw your video, man. I saw your video. You are doing very well. Uh, Last video you have made maybe about silver bullet entry. So far I remember it was very nice, man. I really appreciate that. And welcome to my live streaming. So right now I can see price has actually breaking. It's not breaked yet. Okay, it's breaking the consequent encroachment. I need a very sharp run. It has just, you see the consequent encroachment. You like just see it just tap to the consequent encroachment. Then the next very next candle started to go higher. If I see this one is a very immediate run, I mean the what can I say? Uh, Immediate মানে immediate balance of this candle. Then the very next candle, I will expect a very big run to the lower part. Okay, if I see immediate rebalance this one, and if it would like to go higher, this is the place where it will use this one as a support. And now if it can break this high, I will go to the DXY. I will see what it has done. It has already cleared the buy side liquidity. I need a big run above. Sometimes some of you guys ask to me, how do I know price will reverse or it will go? I mean, it will continue to go above. Okay. Now look at over here. What price did? It just went above the buy side liquidity, came lower. If you see this kind of thing happens, and then you see a very nice market structure shift lower than this buy side, maybe you will go to the 5 minute chart or 1 minute chart, whatever. You just go to the lower time frame and you saw a very nice market structure shift to the lower part. Then you will think that market actually would like to take a retracement from the higher time frame. It doesn't want to go above before the retracement, like over here. Okay, so right now price is hanging over here, and it's 10:16, I mean just near about. But I hope we will find a setup here. I am thinking very oh sorry, oh man, do you listen to me guys? Just uh, my headphone has unplugged, so I'm so sorry guys. Do you listen to me? Can you please tell me you are listening to me or not? That will be very great help for me. So do you get work, man? Things easier for the community. Audio problems. So you are not listening to me. Thank you, moderator. But I'm really appreciating your, wish or your opinion, man. Whatever you're saying here, I'm really difficult to listen. Okay, just let me check. Is it okay now? Brother, is it okay now? Just let me know. I think it's okay now. Is it okay now, guys? Just let me know. Better now. Okay. Thank you, Julian. Thank you. Thank you very much, brother. My plug was, I mean, I mean, the microphone was unplugged. So I'm very sorry for that. I think it's okay now. Thank you, brother. So it's it's 10 19. Still prices over there. I am looking for entry, okay? Just because we had a news and uh, we are just after the news and our second news. So I will think about a entry right now. Though this is very difficult, the very difficult situation. But I will take paper entry, so I don't care about that. If you take the entry with your real money, it's your risk. Okay, so I am not responsible for that. You see, just price went above the buy side liquidity. The very next candle, I want that it will go above and closed over, I mean, above the buy side liquidity. If it happens, my expectation will be it will continuously, it will go higher. That is my expectation. But if it closes lower, then it's very, I need more information. I need some kind of market structure shift to the lower port so that I'll be confident that market will go lower, at least for retracement for some level. But before that, I don't have anything. I mean, I'm not sure where price will go. And if you see over here, still there is nothing except the buy side liquidity over there. Right now, you can't take your buy. Why? Because this fair value gap. This was the fair value gap and it's working as a fair value gap. This is the consequent encroachment, okay? Either price should break this consequent encroachment or this fair value gap. If it can break above, I will try to take entry to the fair value gap for this buy side liquidity. Or if it can break this low, I mean the consequent encroachment, this is not breaking, guys. I need a body close. If it can break this low, then my target will be this sell side liquidity. There is a very nice fair value gap, also opening gap, sell side liquidity. So many things over here, guys. So many things. So all I need some more information that will help me to take my decision. And if you are talking about I mean, yeah, there is a news at 11 a.m. I know, brother. I'm just talking you. If it would be a very, normal day, then what I would do? If I took my entry to my real account, then what I did, I never take buy. If I see any kind of very good setup over there, I wouldn't take buy. So far, I know market will go lower. Depending on my previous price section reading, I know that price will go lower. So I wouldn't take any kind of buy. If I saw very, 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 good night, good setup, then also I didn't take buy. Maybe market will go higher today. Just think it, market will go higher. It won't go lower anymore. I will just skip today. Maybe my reading of price action was wrong. Still now you see this consequent encroachment, it didn't break. Price go above, I mean go through this consequent encroachment and closed above the consequent encroachment. So it's not break yet. Still now price can go higher. So what I was talking about? I was talking about if I see any kind of even, I mean the short setup, I will take that. But if I see a very good buy setup, I won't take that. All of this still now I am believing all of this is manipulation. And why still prices over here? It's because we have another news. Fed Chair Powell speaking at 10. So this all price action is happening over here because of his speaking. Okay. Yeah, you were right. This is 22 YT model. I saw that, but I will I was actually going over there. But when you told me already, so I will just talk about that. So, brother, you will see this one is a very nice 22 YT model. But my question is, this is just a model, okay? This model will work when this is not for news. Just think today we don't have any kind of news, okay? Just think it. We are here inside the opening gap, new week opening gap, and this is the model. Say we got the market structure shift over here. Just think about this. This is our market structure shift, and this is our fair value gap. Just think it, okay? This is our fair value gap. So you will take your entry over there. Maybe your stop loss is over here. Just think, okay? And your target is over here. But I wouldn't take this entry. Why? Remember, this model will work when you have more confluences. I mean, more information. Right now, price is inside the opening gap. Why I am forcing this consequent encroachment of the opening gap? Opening gap is some kind of gap which is very strong rather than this type of, I mean, normal fair value gap. Okay, this gap, they are all the same. I mean, this normal fair value gap, this opening gap, also the volume imbalance, this they all are same, but there is some level. Okay, you will see. I will keep this opening gap. I mean, the new week opening gap for 5 weeks, at least for 5 weeks. I won't remove them from my chart. Why? Price will react this opening gap again and again and again. When if I see this kind of gap, if it I mean rebalanced, mm, I mean balanced, the price range is balanced, I will just cut off from my chart. Okay, I don't need them anymore. But this, if I see this is balanced, yet I will keep them for at least 5 weeks. This is the strongest one. You see this consequent encroachment and this run, where price came to the consequent encroachment, where it did go above, clear this buy side liquidity. Do you know why it go over there? This new week opening gap is enough to send the price higher over there. This one is enough. That's why I will wait for, I was waiting for breaking this consequent encroachment. When I saw this candle, you remember, when I saw this candle, it has actually broke this, I mean the consequent encroachment. Right then I was looking for here. Maybe there was a fair value gap. Just let me check it. Yeah, there was a fair value gap. Though this is very little, I'm not telling you that you should take this entry. I'm just telling you. You see this fair value gap? You could take your entry over there. Why? Because it has already break this consequent encroachment by this candle. So you will get a little run, at least a little run. But what happened here? It came, it actually, you can see there is a candle below the consequent encroachment, little bit lower. It's because when I marked it, i I didn't put my encroachment at the same level, because this kind of break is not my break. It's I can count this one as a break, but this one I will never take it as a break. Okay, so that's why when I just make my chart smaller, I see it's not, it didn't break, but it this one I can see it's break. So that is the thing. That's why I won't take my entry over there. Though there was a very nice 22 YT model, I need to wait to break this consequent encroachment first. When I will see breaking this consequent encroachment, then I will be confident and I will look for another setup. Okay. I think brother Ashafai, if I just pronounce your name wrongly, I'm really sorry for that, brother. So that's why I'm not watching this one as a, I mean, 22 IT model. Why this fair value gap is important for me, brother? Tell me why this fair value gap is important for me. It's because when you saw this run, it went above to this, I mean, new week opening gap. After new week opening gap, there was the first fair value gap. That was the first fair value gap above the new week opening gap. This is the first fair value gap. Price came through this fair value gap. Then you see it retrace, send it lower. To consequent encroachment, it retrace again to this fair value gap. It came back, trying to break this. I mean the consequent encroachment went went back to this fair value gap. You see why this fair value gap is, I mean, it's working that way. It's because this is the only imbalance above this big imbalance. This is the only imbalance, or you can say the first imbalance. That's why it's important for me. That's how you will mark which fair value gap is important for you. One of my brother, he told me, maybe I forgot where was it. Here, he told me why this imbalance is not my I fair value gap. Why I'm not looking for the I fair value gap. It's because you see this was a run. Okay, this run was toward this. I mean, consequent encroachment. It was a fair value gap just before the consequent encroachment, and then I got this run. You see this run, this fair value gap. This is important for me. It's above this opening gap. This fair value gap is important. This is the fair value gap just before the, I mean, the end of the run. This is also the fair value gap just before the end of the run, but this is the consequent encroachment. It shouldn't be end over here. It should go at least to the, I mean, the end of the opening gap, but it stopped over here. So this is not ending of a run, but this one is the ending of a run because it's outside of the opening gap. Maybe there is something else, order block, whatever, there will be something, but this is, it has done its job over there. It has actually finished its run. It didn't finish. It went to the middle. I mean, some random place. You can say some random place because the consequent encroachment is some kind of random place. That's why this fair value gap is not important for me. But this fair value gap is important. It's very important for me. It's my, you can say the I fair value gap. But right now I am not looking for that. So I am here again. So you see it has broken. I will just check the dollar index. What is it doing? It's actually trying to trade this high. And if I can see, my expectation is, now I am telling you what it can happen over here. It can happen like this. This is the most, easiest way to read the price. This consequent encroachment will act as a resistance right now. Okay, but if it can just take the sell side liquidity, it can do. But before taking there, it should go a little bit higher, maybe to the fair value gap. But if it get force, it will go to the consequent encroachment. Then it will go lower. Now it should go lower. Oh man, I'm tired. Oh man, you see the broken. It has traded this fair value gap as well. Can you say something else over here? I can see something very important. So let me just mark it. Okay, this is the breaker. Low, I mean high, low, higher high. The lowest candle, it's the breaker. Inside the breaker, there is the fair value gap, and if price can sell lower, it will react from here. That's the thing. If you take your entry somewhere here, you have to put your stop loss above this candle high. I mean, the candle has made the fair value gap, so you have to put your entry, I mean stop loss above the candle high. Trust me guys, all of this price action over here is, it's just a setup for 11, I mean Powell speak, for his speak. It has actually making the liquidity over here, and my expectation is by using that uh, news, price will go lower. That is my expectation actually, but we'll see what happens. But if you are here in that fair value gap, yeah, if you already took your entry, depending that it has broken the consequent encroachment, your stop loss should be above that candle. There is a breaker that is very strong. It should I mean it should hold the price to send it lower, but let's see what happens. It will happen, we don't care, right? Do you guys understand what I am talking about here? Why I'm looking for sell rather than buy, where you all can say that price is going higher, 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 but still I'm talking about sell side. You see this low, this low, this low, they are relatively equal low. This low and this low, they are relatively equal low. All of this, there is also very, I mean, very clean lows. Price should take all of this liquidity. Javed Khan, I mean the audio, it is not clear yet, so you can't listen. So you guys are not listening. Can you please give me an answer? I need to then fix it first. This is my second day, so I'm really very sorry for that. Can you please let me know it is audible or not, brother? No, somewhat clear. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, brother. I'm very new to this streaming. I never did it before. Yesterday I did it, and today actually I'm just reading the price action. So, Rob Merida, you told me to explain the breaker again. Okay, breaker is you see this high is actually cleared by this high. This high is cleared by this high. So between these two high, there is the low. If I see there is too low, then that will be my consecutive breaker. Okay, this is the bearish breaker. Whenever you will see this type of setup and your expectation is price will go lower, you have to mark that breaker. Price shouldn't break this breaker, but if it breaks it and then started to go lower, whenever it will break the consequent encroachment of the breaker, you have to take your entry over there, and your stop loss just above the 75% of the breaker. But most of the time you will see it actually trade to the consequent encroachment. At least, I mean, the highest tradable place is consequent encroachment of the breaker. Then it started to break lower. As today we have the news, all of this sloppy price action is happening because of the news. We had a news, PMI news at 10, which is very dangerous in my opinion. And we had also another news. We have also another news at 11, which is Powell speak. And after Powell speak, price just go to hell. I mean, so many manipulations, so many manipulation. In my opinion, you should avoid morning session. Whenever you will see Powell speak, you just avoid that session. You will, I mean, you can easily reserve so many money losing trade. You don't, I mean, you guys are more experienced than me, I know, but trust me, Powell, whenever Powell speak, then the market just go crazy. I don't believe anything after Powell speak. So what I do, whenever I see there is Powell speak, I just skip that session. I don't look at the session, I mean the chart. And this is psychological effect, because if I see the chart, then I always think, okay, I need to take an entry or something like that. Sometimes I get also crazy, I'm a human being. But after Powell speak, you will see so many good, very, very, very good setup, and you will see you are stopped out. So that is the thing, guys. If you can just skip the Powell speak session and try to take entry, I mean, if there is the Powell speak at the morning session, you will take the entry at the PM session. You will get better, I mean, better price action over there. Let's say, brother, I'm expecting that price will take at least this sell side liquidity, at least this sell side liquidity, because this is a very, very nice goods, I mean, very nice setup. Okay, so I expecting that price will take this liquidity first, then it will go higher, whatever. But this is my expectation, nothing certain over here, and I am just expecting the bigger run right now, not later, not right now. It should go lower. Okay, why I'm expecting the, I mean, the lower run right now? You see this high, just let me mark it. It has actually cleared this high. This high is cleared by this high. Okay, so then price came lower, and I was expecting that price will go lower. This is the thing, when you will see this type of things, you will see very good lower run. Like you, if you are expecting the lower price, you will see very good lower run. But that is it is what it is. Okay, so it went above the breaker. That means it has cleared both of the buy side liquidity. It should go lower now. It has to go low now. If it don't doesn't go to low, then no, is a very naughty boy, naughty chart. So let's see. I'm just kidding. Sometimes what we do, we actually force the market to make the setup for us. We shouldn't do it. Let me just check from the 5 minute and 50 minute what is doing over here and also here. You see, this is a very big run from dollar index. So big run. It's from 15 minute that it's a very big run. But here, what is it doing here? It was just consolidating over here. It's not going higher, it's not going lower. Why? Because we have the news. We are making the liquidity over here. That is the thing, okay? All of the guys who are from 9:30 opening, they saw that big run. Then retracement, big run. This is the retracement, big run. They will expect the big run. And I am expecting the lower run. Why? This level, you remember what happened over here? Whenever they saw this market came here, they took sell. Came here, they took sell. Came here, they took sell. What price did? It went above and clear all of this buy side liquidity. This is happening over here. Whenever price came here, they took buy. Came here, buy. Came here, buy. So I will expect that market will clear the sell side liquidity first. If it want to go higher, then also it needs to clean this sell side liquidity first. So that is the thing, guys. That is the, I mean, uh, expectation. Okay, because if it doesn't clean this sell side liquidity first, whoever I mean, the people who take the buy from here, they will be profitable if price go above there. So market will never let them be profitable. Okay. So what market will go do? It will go lower. It will clean the sell side liquidity. Maybe then it will go higher. I don't care about that. But before going higher, it should go and clean the sell side liquidity first. So let's see what I told you from the beginning of the session. I told you that I will look for only sell, no buy today. It's because I read the price with you guys in Twitter in every step. I was looking for sell. So far, if you look for sell, there are two setup. You can see One setup was over here, though it's not clear, and the other setup is here. If you took this entry, I mean, you shouldn't took it today because we have the news. But if you took that, your stop loss should be just above this candle. I mean, the candle who has built the fair value gap, and your at least your target would be this sell side liquidity, because this is most obvious sell side liquidity, and that is near about 31 handle something. Yeah, 31 handle. Do you think it's small? I don't think so. Now, what is price doing over here? Look at the price, guys. So price breaker. You see this candle, it has break the breaker, went back to the consequent encroachment. I hope it will break lower now. I hope. This is my hope, brother. I'm not sure. I mean the body will close below the consequent encroachment. This is my expectation. Who will take entry over here and take so many pressure because of this slow price action? Last week I have told you the macro entry, right, guys? Was that this must, this must slopiness or something like that? There was anything something like that? Wasn't it very easy, very clear, very easy to understand where price will go? Just let me know if any of you were with me the last week when I was talking about macro. Just let me know, okay? How was that macro week? I really would like to know from you guys live. So price went above the buy side liquidity. This is the signature, guys. That price would like to go higher. Now, if I can see a very big run, I mean the starting of that candle, if it started to go higher, and I will mark the, I mean, let me just mark it. I just marked it, okay, like that way. That is the mean threshold. I don't want to see market go below this, okay? Even though there is a news, it can go lower, but it will go until this mean threshold. Then it will go higher. If it would like to go lower, it will go at least, I mean, the final destination is the mean threshold. I mean, the middle of this water block. Then it will go higher. Whatever. We'll see. You see how big run over there to the dollar from here to here. And we are here. Still, we are in this sloppy price action in NASDAQ. And whatever here, just let me check it. It is also the same. This is the very consolidation over there. Though it has just cleared this sell side liquidity from this low, but it has actually made the relatively equal low. This is the sell side again. So this is very, you know, what can I say? We're just going to enter to the macro. I mean 10:50 to 11:10 macro. Will you guys take the entry depending on macro? Is it a good idea to take the entry today at 11, where when we have, I mean, okay, so where is the, okay, there. Fed Chair Powell speaks. Oh man, he's very rude. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding, okay? He's not rude, but his speaks is rude. So many people will blow their account. So we are just about to go into the macro. Let's see what happens. What actually do we have anything to do now? We have nothing to do. When we know there is a news, we have nothing to do. what we can do is we can just watch the market, how it's behaving over here, and how will we be benefited from this, this price action. We now market is over here just above the consequent encroachment, and it is actually making the liquidity over here. Whenever you will see the sloppy price action, you just think this is actually making the liquidity. Okay, so it's actually making the liquidity over here. And we have the news at 11. So what price will do? It will leave this area. Either it will go above or below. This is the thinking. At below there is sell side, so many sell side, that is more obvious. And in above, I need to go daily chart first. What I told you guys yesterday, if it can go higher, the consequent encroachment of the daily fair value gap will be the last place. But if it's very angry, it would really would like to go, then it can go to the higher level of this inversion fair value gap. Let me show you the fair value gap. This is the inversion fair value gap. It can go above to there. Okay, the body should be closed below this level. It should be closed below this level. That is the thing. Okay, and then the later day, this all sell side will be our most obvious target. Until now, we can see prices inside this opening gap. This is the opening gap. It's inside the opening gap. If you go to the dollar index and the from dollar index daily chart, you can see price has actually cleared this high. Whenever price reaches a specific point, it give us some kind of reaction. I mean, most of the time you will get some kind of reaction. That's why I'm talking about. Whenever you will see this type of situation, you will wait for more information. It is the hardest way. I mean, the hardest day for trading. You can't trade this kind of day. There is no clean price run. You see, there was a run about 9:30 or 9:30. I mean the 9:30. This was the 9:30 run, and this run was 10 run because of the news. So there was two run. One is 9:30 opening. If you ever try to take this entry without experience, you will be ruined. Trust me, guys. You will be. Without experience, you can't take this type of entry. I mean the 9:30 opening entry. And the news entry, even the pro trader, they also I mean skip the news entry. So there was two run, one was 9:30 run, one was 10 run, and then price is just sloppy price. What did you learn from here? You read the price from yesterday to until today's 30. I mean the 9:30 opening. Until then, your price action was perfect, guys. I told you about every, every reaction to Twitter, right? If you are with me in Twitter, you can check it, or you can just go back to my Twitter. You can say when price what I was expecting or something like that. Then price has started to do this sloppiness. It's going higher. You see, the NASDAQ is going higher. Let's go to the dollar index. It is also going higher. What is the what is the meaning, guys? That means one of them are showing us a fake run. Okay, one of them are showing fake run. Dollar never show you the fake run. Dollar is always correct. It will never give you the fake run. But Nasdaq, even S&P, they will give you the fake run. You have to remember this, guys. So if you can just avoid I mean the news days. I love FOMC. When I will talk about the FOMC, I mean the in FOMC week, I will do the live, the live stream again. You will see how beautifully FOMC work actually. I really love FOMC, but I hate CPI. then PMI, this kind of things I really hate. And one more thing, guys. If you were in my macro, so what is the rules? Okay, I'm just showing you. This is not for, you know the rules. If there is a news, you won't take the entry. So that is the 1050 to 1110 macro, and we can say it has actually cleared the buy side liquidity. I mean, buy side liquidity from here. This is the buy side liquidity. Now we need market structure shift. You see this low? I just clean this one. Okay, I just put it here. You see this low? If it can breaks this low, then I will look for a fair value gap over there. If I get a fair value gap, I will take my entry for 20 handle. That was the macro, I mean the macro run. Okay. Walaikum assalam, Sher Khan. How are you, brother? Architect. I was missing you, brother, and welcome back. So that is my market structure shift. If I see the market structure shift and there was no news, I was looking for a fair value gap over there. I would take my entry over there. I mean the short, and my target would be 20 handle. Boom. But today we have news. If you take entry, you'll be, you'll regret. Trust me, you will regret. And even Powell speak. Oh man. I can't think about that. It's very difficult to trade. You will see after the news. I will actually stop my streaming today because I was just streaming so that you guys can't take any trade depending on my, I mean, on my analysis. That's why I choose this day today, I mean, so that you can just read the price. You all know we have news at 10, at 11 as well, so you won't take the entry. I know that you are not a madman. So that is my market structure shift. If I have seen any fair value gap over there, this is normal day macro, okay, guys. If I had seen any fair value gap over there, I would take my entry to that fair value gap and my target here. And if you think about, like, this is not macro, just think about it, okay? I'm talking about the breaker now. Like, if you would take your entry over there, your stop loss was over there, you are hit, okay? Your stop loss hit. How do you take your entry again? If your, I mean, your entries, I mean, your analysis is correct, how do you take your entry? You see, this is the consequent encroachment of the breaker. Think this is a very normal day, okay, guys. When price will just go below this consequent encroachment and also the lower part of the breaker, before breaking the low, you will take your entry. Your stop loss will be just above the consequent encroachment of the breaker. Do you understand? I'm just telling this again because this is very important. Breaker, you see this run, the this run, when this run will be just near to cross the lower part of the breaker, I will take my entry. If it is a normal day, then I will take my entry over there. My stop loss will be just above the consequent encroachment, and my target will be the sell side liquidity. Okay, this is the thing about I mean the breaker. Breaker is very strong thing, man. Very, very, very strong. And you remember I talked about this fair value gap before. You see it, where price went. Look at the body, man. Did it just support there? It's perfect, man. It's perfect. So in breaker, when this candle was closing over there, you are already in the market. Your stop loss is just, I mean, above the consequent encroachment. You can just put it above this candle high. I will just show you. Your entry should be there. Your stop loss should be there, and your target will be, this will be your entry. You can say, brother, it's a very low risk reward ratio. And as I told you again and again and again, I really trade depend on the, most obvious liquidity. I don't think about risk reward, because if you get 8, 7 winnings out of 10, you really think about the risk reward ratio? I don't think so. I don't need to think about that. I'm okay with my, the winning percentage or something like that. So that's all, brother. You see, this candle, it has traded the consequent encroachment of the breaker. Okay. So if it would be a normal day, it will never go above the, it will never go, it's not correct. But most of the time you will see it will trade the consequent encroachment, then it will break lower. Most of the time you will see it even didn't go to the consequent encroachment. It just break the breaker, then the breaker low retest it, and then boom, to the lower side. Even you didn't say that it trade the breaker, the min threshold, the consequent encroachment. This is the thing about breaker. It's very strong. In my opinion, if you can learn the breaker entry, you will be fan of this entry. And if you talk about the macro entry, then I can say I have got my market structure shift over there. This is my market structure shift, and this is the fair value gap. You see, this is the fair value gap. So I took my entry over there depending on this fair value gap, and I will go for 20 handle. This is the macro entry. Okay, this is not, I mean, and my stop loss will be here, and 20 handle. Okay, this is the entry for, the macro. If it would be a normal day, then, but if it's not a normal day, okay, man, it's 11. Now is the show time. Let's see what happens. We were waiting for Powell speak. Let's see what he talks about. Okay. Okay, right now, why there is no move? Oh man, we are waiting for you speak. Give us some move, man. It's 11:1 already. Don't make us disappointed. Give us some move. See, guys, we are waiting for manipulation. We are waiting for so many things. And what did market doing over here? What is it doing over here? It's just making us disappointed. Disappoint. What is it doing here? I can see market is actually consolidating. You see, this is all sloppy price action. This is not very clean price action. Okay, this is all sloppiness. It is not clean. Same here in the, to the, what can I say, in the NASDAQ. And this is your proof, guys. Last week, you saw, I mean, so many entry. Like I recalled 7 entry depending on the macro, and 7 were winning. One of my brother, he told me that last week he took 5 entry. There was one loss. I don't know why, and for winning. But you see this today. Today it has just went above, went below, went. This is sloppiness. This is all because of the news. If there is a news, people will be panic. They won't. I mean, they will just try to take entry, nothing else. So you have to avoid this type of situation when there was a news. If you can avoid this situation, you will get a very, very clear price turn. Trust me, it happens always. So I think, guys, Pauli speak doesn't work very well, and there is no movement. You can see it's already 11:03, and I think it will get very clear price action at the PM session. Right now, I don't see anything very, you know, meaningful here. You see, Just look at this price, guys. Just look at this price. Just let me clear all of this. And now look at this price. What do you expect? You see this price, very nice run. There was some consolidation, then this run. But what is it doing over here? It just, I don't know what to say. You see in 15-minute chart, weak, weak, indecision candle. It is going above. Do you believe it will close over there? I don't believe. Maybe it will go lower again. Hey bro, Forex. I was thinking to close, but just let me go to the Euro USD, as we have actually talked about the Euro USD yesterday. So let me go over there. What it has done actually, let me check it. Okay. So there is the chart, and I told you that it will clean the sell side liquidity today. So far I remember. And there is the hourly chart. It went above, traded the water block, clean this I mean the clean lows. It has cleaned that. Also clean the sell side liquidity. Oh man, it has a great price action. Whoever trade over here, it has a very nice price action. It has very clear price action, man. I am astonished how beautifully it has traded today. You see the run. Let me go to the 15-minute. Okay. Now just compare with this run to the NASDAQ run. I'm going to the 15-minute chart. Okay. You see the 15-minute run and look at the Euro USD run. It is more clean. Though it's clean, but most of the time you will get something like this in Forex right now. Most of the time you will get this type of price action. But today it had a very nice and clean run. So let me go to the 5-minute as well. So far I remember Forex session starts from 7 a.m. and it end at 10 a.m. if I am not wrong, because it's been near about 1 year I don't trade Forex. So I think the session start from 7, right? Am I right or wrong, guys? Just make me, I mean, correct if I'm wrong. If it starts from 7 a.m. and it starts at 10 maybe. The New York session, it starts at 10. New York morning session. Yeah, something like that. So let me go to the 1 minute chart. So first, what did we have at 7? So from our yesterday analysis, we know that we are looking for the sell side. So if I can see this run, it has traded here. Why? Okay, I got it. This is the, I have a look up. It has traded very well. Shifted. This is the news. I think, yeah, this is the news. You have to just leave this candle. You can't count anything from this candle. Okay, at 10 a.m. news. Yeah. The New York kill zone is 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Yeah, so far I remember that. If you see this kind of candle, which has made by the news, you have to avoid this candle. Okay, you can't take any level from this news. So it's started to go lower. Right now it has over there low high low low. Trade this gap fully. I mean this gap. Then this one. Okay, right now price is over here. Okay, if I trade Euro USD, then until now I saw the price, this fair value gap, it should act as the I fair value gap. I'm sorry guys, still I'm very sick. Weather chance, man, it kills. So if you see this fair value gap, it should act as a I fair value gap. What I mean by that, if you see this kind of run and then this, I would like to see this type of run, because powerless peak has end already. So price went above there. Now this is the last barricade before clearing this sell side liquidity. Also this sell side liquidity and this sell side liquidity. All of this sell side liquidity it can clean, but if price can go through this, and it should be a very clean run. If you see a very clean run, then if it can trade, I mean it, if it trades back to the lower part or the consequent encroachment of this gap, then it will go and clear the sell side liquidity. Man, you have to look for lower run, okay, not the higher run. Whenever you will see this type of run, you will think it is either retracement or it is going higher, for, I mean, for clearing some side, some kind of buy side liquidity or something like that. Don't think it will go higher before clearing this sell side liquidity. This is very, obvious point. If you go to the daily chart one more time, okay, from daily chart you see this low, this relatively equal low, so all of them are relatively equal, and price is very near to clean the sell side liquidity. We are seeing that, I mean, the dollar index, it's going higher, okay, I mean, just let me go it, it's going higher. So where is it, yeah, so you have to think that it will clear the sell side liquidity first. So you need to wait for a, I mean, for a very good setup. See, right now we have a very nice swing low over here. You see this swing low? If price can go above to this high, it will clear the buy side liquidity. Then if you see a very, I mean, very nice displacement which can break this low, you will mark that as your even market structure shift, and there, if there is a fair value gap, you will take your entry depending on that. Whatever it happens here, the price should have broke this, I mean the fair value gap. What I mean by that, just let me check it. I mean, if you see price went above to this high, okay, it went here somewhere, then you saw a very nice run until here. I mean, it has shifted the market structure. There is a fair value gap. You won't take your entry over there. You won't take it like this. You won't take it. But if you see this run, it has actually break this. I mean, the fair value gap. I mean, the body closed below this fair value gap. Then this setup will be valid. Okay, maybe price if closed over here and then gave you a very nice fair value gap, and it worked very perfectly, but that is gambling. There is no framework, there is no price read. If it can break this gap, then there is a price, I mean reading price, price would like to go lower. Okay, good night. Took a short scalping trade made 15 unless. Okay, brother, good night to you. Should you actually look bias in ICT? Obviously we are looking bias. If you go to the higher time frame, I mean the daily chart, in my opinion, our bias is bearish. Okay, it's my opinion. So I mean, before clearing this sell side liquidity, we should look for sell side. So that's all, guys, and I think there is nothing. You see, still price is range bound. There is this fair value gap. There is your, I mean, the consequent encroachment, also the sell side liquidity. It's inside the opening gap. I don't think so. There is a very nice setup. There will be a very nice setup in the morning session. I will wait for the PM session, or today I will just skip because we had two big events today morning. So I will think about that, and If I say very nice, there is a, I mean, this is, this is very small scalping. What I mean by that, if you see a very energetic run above, and then if it can come to this fair value gap, it's a good place to take buy, because this fair value gap is very important for me. Okay, so I think, if I'm not wrong, okay, if I'm not wrong, then price is going to clear this buy side liquidity. This is my expectation, guys. uh, Thank you, tropical music. Thank you very much for your, you know your appreciation, your comment. I really grateful that you really like it, but just take something from me. I want to give everything I have, and so that, what can I say? Just try to take something which is very important for you. That's all, guys. Oh man, oh man, seriously, don't. I was expecting a very, retracement to this gap at least, so that I could take entry. I mean, just kidding. I won't take entry. If you see very clear run like this type of run, when this fair value gap was very important for you, and then you got this type of run, what will you do? You will just watch the price. Nothing else. You have nothing to do. It's going to clear the buy side liquidity, and you see the dollar index has actually came to the mean threshold. Okay, that's all. I think it was a very nice day. Stephen, that's the thing, guys. Thing, brother. If you have patience, if you can just let some entry go, you see all of this sloppiness. If you have the patience to let it go, at the end of the day, you will be the winner. You will be the winner. Trust me, brother. If I am impatient, if I just want to take entry, if I want to take buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, at the end of the day, I'll be the loser. I will have nothing except the losing trade. But if you have patience, you saw this price action, there is nothing. It's just trash. Nothing, nothing here. So if you can just wait for the perfect setup, when you see all the price action from yesterday, you see all this price action. I i gave you the screenshot. Okay, let me just show you, then you will understand, okay, what I am talking about actually. I'll just show you, okay, brother. Okay, uh, this was my first tweet. I told you that homework mark the new week opening gap. We are gonna use this for next 5 weeks. Okay, this was my first tweet. So I was talking about NASDAQ opening gap. The very next tweet, that was the very next tweet, I marked this from dollar index as a bull flag. And what I did told you, look at the bull flag. Whenever you see bull flag, your expectation should be this. I mean, I talked this, that market will go lower. If our expectation match, then we will take our entry inside the session, building the ability to read the price action. So that was our thinking, that market will go lower. So what happened later? I tweet this one. I told, you see this run, this was the run. I told you, now if DXY can break the new week opening gap, I was talking about this gap. I was talking about exactly this gap. Where will it go? I know you have already marked the lower hourly fair value gap and 15-minute gap. This was the hourly chart. That's why I didn't mark the 15-minute. It is not over here. So I was talking about the 15-minute fair value gap and this was the hourly fair value gap. So price will go at least one of them. And what happened? This is the fair value gap from 15-minute chart. Price came here, started to go higher. You see, this is the 15-minute and this was the hourly fair value gap. Until then, I mean, before the session, I told you what I told you about this tweet. Mark the mean threshold, 50% of the DXY order block, then go to the hourly chart, then level it, the last fails to stop dollar going higher. I was talking about this 50%. If it can hold the price over there, then our dollar will go lower. All the market will go higher. So market, we saw that market actually break this 50% and clear this buy side liquidity. So this was our expectation. Okay, I was talking that you have to go to the hourly chart, so that we will see if this 50% level can break by hourly chart or not, and also show you the 4 hour fair value gap. Also so many things you will see it when you will be over there. So before this happens, the news, before this news, our price action was perfect. We were reading the price perfectly, accurately. But when price came to the session and there is a news, it started to go sloppy. What will you do? You will just skip that. You don't care about that. That's all. You will wait for some kind clear price action. Okay, guys, that's the thing. It's you, for that you need patience. And in trading everything is psychological. There is nothing except psychology. So what this is the thing, brother. But there's something I think you should do with your channel. When I'm searching for your channel, all I got is other videos with title ICT Trading Concept. Okay, I have learned discipline and patience when to under. Okay, keep up the good work. You were the one who introduced me to ICT, and it is the only strategy which is working. I'm just starting so many doubts and anymore and learn somehow feel this need to practice with this too. Okay. Okay, brother, you mean City Squad. I will keep it in my mind about what did you tell about the name ICT Trading Concept. Actually, I wasn't planning. I didn't actually plan about. The YouTube. One of my friend if you see the chat, you will see ICT Pro Trader. He told me that to open a YouTube channel, and I just opened it, and he told me that, bro, if you really want to share your understanding with other guys, you have to choose a platform where it is easier to give everything to other people. And YouTube is one of the best, because in Twitter you can't explain everything. That's why I opened YouTube channel. And so I will work about all of them later. So I think that's all for today, and our expectation is, just before ending, I will just go to the daily chart one more time. So in daily chart, I told you that if if price would like to go lower, it will stay below this high. Okay, if you didn't mark this fair value gap or I fair value gap, this fair value gap or this I fair value gap, please mark it. And then uh, if really price would like to stay below, then it will, if really place price would like to go lower, then it will stay below this I fair value gap high. If you see a candle break above the high of this candle, the fair value gap high, then this level would be my target. I really don't want to look that price reached over there. I really want to see price will stay below the consequent encroachment of the daily fair value gap. I'm talking about this fair value gap, and I will just mark the consequent encroachment. This is the consequent encroachment. So I really want to see that market will stay below the consequent encroachment, and then it will go lower and clear all of the sell side liquidity. Right now we are seeing this I mean the this reaction, it's because dollar has already cleared the buy side liquidity, then it started consolidating. So it has already broke the main threshold. So right now it's actually going lower for the retracement. I mean it's going to take the energy to expand higher again. That's why we are seeing the high run here to the NASDAQ. I think to the even S&P as well. Just let me check it again quick. Yeah, in the even S&P as well, it's going higher. It's going higher. It's because dollar is actually retracing. That's all, guys. Be safe and try to avoid this type of session. When you will see news, you try to I mean just skip that. You see so many volume imbalance over here. What will price will do when it will come back over here? Price doesn't know what will it do when it will come back over here. You see this price action anywhere here? Mm, you won't see something like that. Okay, so be careful this type of price action. I think that's enough for today. And way to comment trading, please let continue to do. But remember, some people come to discuss. Please ignore them. God bless you. Okay, Stephen, thank you very much, brother. I really don't care about anything. I won't stop until I will give you everything I know. I'm not teaching you anything, okay? I'm not a teacher. I'm not your sir. I'm nothing. I'm here just to share my understanding with you so that if you have any question, if you have any doubt, you can clear it through me. I faced a lot of problem when I started this concept. There was no one who actually, I mean, who gave me answer about my question. I faced a lot of problem. I don't want you to face the same problem because this concept is awesome, man, awesome. When you will start to learn how to read the price, you will be the fan of this concept. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope everyone understand about the news day, how to trade news day, how to avoid the session, why, how do you know you should avoid this session, and all of this. I think you get something, and I will try to come some better day when you will see some good setup. uh, though this is the first second day, yeah, yesterday was the first day, so today is the second day. So I'll try to come back again, but this is not a promise. If you are new, please give me a subscriber. I'll be really grateful. And if you really love it, give me a, I mean, thumbs up or love, something like that. So see you guys. Bye bye.